excited to have a special guest with me today. She actually is a special family member. This is my husband's sister, and I'm going to let you introduce yourself, Kristen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Chris Holder, and like Kim said, I am her sister-in-law, and she's invited me to come on today and just have a talk about what we can do to help with our mental wellness in these trying times of trying to navigate through. So, and that's why I'm here. I have 10 years plus in the mental health and addiction services clinically. I do individual counseling. Right now, my job is working as a residential clinical director for a men's facility out in Napoleon, Ohio. But although I live locally in Sylvania, make the drive every day to come to work. So I work for a Renewed Mind, and they have offices locally in the area, Toledo.
Awesome. Yeah, you have a full plate right now, I'm sure. Because obviously the elephant in the room is this COVID-19 that everyone's, dealing with. We have the shelter in place. And I'm curious, have you had an increase of cases or have you noticed a difference since all this has been happening?
Well, here's the thing. It's like, I'm sure that there has been an increase in cases. It's just a whole heck of a lot of people don't have the resources to get the help that they need. A lot of our agencies and a lot of different agencies outside of Renewed Mind are, having to do telehealth medicine, telehealth and telemedicine to help out with people that are already clients. But a lot of people are going kind of unnoticed, where it's really affecting their mental health, and it's also affecting maybe consumption of substances and things like that, some unhealthy behaviors that are kind of popping up. But we definitely have seen an outbreak of relapses with people that have been, clean for a while, and then we kind of take away coping skills. We kind of take away the things that we're usually doing to help us, stay on the right path, and then boredom is taking in. That's the number one reason someone will relapse is usually boredom, and then not seek help for their mental health as well.
I mean, it makes perfect sense. And right now there's just so much, people, we can't go out anywhere. We can't do anything. So I can totally understand how that takes a toll on people. What are some of the signs, like, let's say you live with somebody or your children or your, grandkids, or what are some of the signs that people can look for that they're
well, the first thing that kind of pops up, and this is kind of like a self-noticing thing, is for anxiety. If you start feeling anxious, irritable, if you start having like racing thoughts, if you're, having these big catastrophic thoughts, like, thinking the very worst case scenario can happen. Also, fatigue is part of it too. If you find yourself oversleeping or not sleeping enough, that can be signs of anxiety. Excessive worry, excessive guilt, all of those things are definitely signs of anxiety. And you want to really, kind of do a self-check on yourself every day. Okay, how am I feeling? A mental check-in is really, really important. As far as like depression, that's another one that we're kind of watching. Depression is having maybe a hopeless outlook, a loss of interest in things that you used to do. And of course, when those things are taken away, obviously you're not going to be able to do anything about that, but you find things to replace that, some other coping skills, some other things, activities that you can do that are good for your mental health. Changes in appetite. If you're like eating too much or not eating enough, that could be a sign of depression. Having uncontrollable emotions, not able to regulate your emotions, those are also some signs, as well as kind of we'll tiptoe a little around to this, but if you're feeling like, you want to kind of not be here anymore, that's a definite sign of, hey, I need to get some help here. I'm not doing well mentally.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many people that seem to be just flying through this with no issues, but I'm in my heart, just know that there's people that are struggling right now, which is why we're here today.
Yes.
There's no shame in having a hard time. And if you have a hard time, we might not have the answers like on this telecast or on this live that we're doing, but if you have a need to get help, please, by all means, make a comment down below, something that we can maybe discuss privately or get you the help you need, and we'll have that there for you as well. But one of the thoughts I have too right now is with the, the anxiety that people are dealing with. What are some coping skills that they can use? I'm going to guess maybe getting outside, exercising some.
Absolutely. That will increase the endorphins, that will release those feel good endorphins that will make you feel happier, will make you feel more fulfilled. That's a definite one that you want to absolutely exercise. Journaling is also a very good thing to do. Start writing, some of your thoughts down. Just kind of, take pen to paper. For people that are spiritual, reading your Bible, any kind of self-help books. Taking a bath or taking a shower is one of those, things that is easily accessible to most, because that hot, soothing water will help melt away and wash away those anxious feelings. Also, there's a deep breathing method that I teach my clients to use, and it is a method in which you inhale your breath through your nose. It kind of slows your breathing down and helps you even with sleep. Inhale through your nose, hold that for about 4 to 5 seconds. Kind of think about what you're kind of feeling, hold it, and then exhale through your mouth for 7 seconds. Do that in 5 times of repetition. So that will really help with you kind of slowing your brain down, allowing your body to get some oxygen, and also releasing some of those endorphins.
Yeah, that's good advice. I do that just with a busy, crazy day, and I know
Absolutely.
that helps. So that's good to put out there. Do you have any, for example, someone who's struggling right now, or like I said, one of their loved ones are, do you have any resources out there that we can direct them to?
You know what? I do. There's a couple things that I wanted to bring up. So to be able to prioritize your mental health and make it something that's super important to you, and also for your family's sake as well. You can recognize these symptoms in yourself, and you can also recognize them in your family members as well, and encourage your family members also to get help if they're feeling some type of way like this. So reaching out for help is the first thing to do. In Lucas County, they have a COVID-19 emotional support line. And I'll drop the number, and then Kim, if you could just drop it somewhere, maybe after the live. It is 419-442-0580. And basically that line is literally what it is for: emotional support. If you're feeling anxious, angry, crying, upset, happy, whatever you're feeling, that support line is there for you, for Lucas County residents. Getting out and getting some fresh air. There's never a lack of time to do that. Please go out and get some fresh air. Social distancing doesn't mean that you have to stay inside and isolate. In fact, that's another reason you want to make sure that you are getting fresh air, avoid the isolation. Go for a walk, do some outdoor yoga, do something like that. It really help.
Right.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I don't want to break off into a kind of personal area of you, but you're my sister-in-law. I know you, and you've had a really beautiful story of recovery. Is there any part of that you'd like to share?
Well, I think the most important thing is absolutely asking for help. Myself, I've been in recovery for 10 years. From alcohol and a pill addiction that destroyed my life. And I was able to ask for help, and I was able to get resources out in the community in order to be able to get that help. But the first step was knowing, okay, what is the issue? What is the problem? And then finding someone to help me explain why I was doing the things that I was doing. So there was absolutely no shame in getting a professional opinion, a professional's help to do that, which is why I do the work that I do today. I deal mostly with substance use and mental health disorders, and so that kind of fuels me and also keeps me sober. As long as I'm helping someone else, I don't have time to think about myself, and so I'm able to help others in their journey to get clean and sober.
Well, and Kristen, that's mainly why I invited you, because I know your journey, I know your struggles. And it's personal to our family. And I know that there's a lot of people that love their family just as much. So kudos to you, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you. And thanks for, I want to shout out my family for being supportive. And, that's the other thing too. Without a supportive family, it would have been virtually impossible for someone, to have some long-term sobriety, such as myself, without the support of my family. So I'm very, very grateful. So the journey was not my own. It was a family journey. And so I'm extremely grateful for the family that I have.
Oh, absolutely. And we do have a fabulous family. And so love you, mom and dad, and all you out there. But I do want to say too that because of Chris able to share her story, that's what makes it so real and makes it relatable to people, that there's no shame in it. It happens, life happens, but let's make the best of it. Let's be there for each other. That's why we're doing this. So thank you for sharing that story. And on a final note, Kristen, I'm sorry, you like to be called Chris. My
It does
apologies.
not matter. I answer to anything,
I've known you
literally.
as Kristen my whole life, but on a final note here, final thought, what would be your message of hope right now?
The message of hope is, you know what? This cannot last forever. And we are all in this together. Everyone use a little bit of common sense, have some patience, ask for help. It's going to be okay. If you pray, pray. Ask God for help. Ask, whoever you pray to, ask for help and for guidance and for strength to get through these times. And just remember, this will pass. This too shall pass.
Excellent words. I really appreciate that. And for all those viewers watching, thank you for tuning in. This is kind of meant to be kind of raw, and I hope that's what we brought to you, is just the realness of life. And we are going to get through this together, and we are all stronger together. So thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Chris, for your time today. Keep up the good work. We're all very proud of you, and thank you again.
All right. Thanks, Kim. Thanks, everyone. Everyone have a great day and reach out for help. Don't forget.
Yes, we'll put those comments below so you can rewatch this, whoever has need of any of that help. Okay.
Great.
All right, guys. Thank you. Enjoy your weekend or your week.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.